the hustle and the pride. Wake up early, hit the road.
Woo-wee, what's good, fam? Baby, it is cold out here. It's windy and it's raining, and you know your boy don't like the rain, and it's a little rain coming this way, and you know I'm a storm runner, so I got to get up out of here. But I couldn't get out of here without saying good morning to y'all. Woo-wee, it is cold and windy. I can deal with one of the two. I don't like cold, but I can deal with it. But when the wind get to whipping, and I'm not talking about regular whipping, I'm talking about whipping me. I'm talking about pew, pew, pew. I'm talking about I was moving all around. You know when you're walking and the wind pushing you like you little kid and your parents pushing you through the stove talking about, come on? That's what the wind was doing to me. I felt so disrespectful. This disrespectful weather in Arkansas. I got to get up out of here, baby. And that's what we about to do. We are in Gentry, Arkansas. And we about to slide down to Carrollton, Texas. 311 miles. And I know y'all like, BG, you was just in Oklahoma City yesterday. What is you doing in Gentry? I'm going to tell y'all how I be moving. We going to talk about some tips and tricks, or just tips. I don't know what you want to call it. It could be tips and tricks. Let's say tips and tricks. Halloween right around the corner, so tips and tricks to keep you moving out there, baby. And I'm going to just tell you what I be doing. It ain't that is a go by rule, a said by rule, or this is how it works rule. It could be anyway. This is just what your boy do. That keeps me moving. It's other ways to do it. I know it is. There's more than one way to skin a cat. That's what my granddaddy used to say. That's why they call that boy Cat Man. Call him Cat Daddy, but Cat Man, you get it. So yeah, let me get up out of here. Get this load up out of here, and I'll tell you some of these tips and tricks and how I keep moving and how I end up in Gentry, Arkansas with a load. But let me get to going, baby. Get up out in front of this weather. I'll tap back in with you.
Loaded up, we're in gold mode. Every mile, every sign, that's the hustle, that's the grind. Daily grind, BG gon' get it done. Working hard from sun to sun. Cargo van, we roll, we shine. Building dreams one load at a time. Our package here, deliveries there. Chasing goals everywhere. Step by step, we're moving fast. Building a future that will last. Daily grind, BG gon' get it done. Working hard from sun to sun. Cargo van, we roll, we shine. Building dreams one load at a time. Rain or shine, we on the way. Making progress every day. This is more than just a ride. It's the hustle and the pride. Daily grind, BG gon' get it done. Working hard from sun to sun. Cargo van, we roll, we shine. Building dreams one load at a time. Late nights, headlights glow. Stacking miles, watch us grow. Every turn, a story told. Chasing dreams, turning goals to gold. Daily grind, BG gon' get it done. Working hard from sun to sun. Cargo van, we roll, we shine. Building dreams one load at a time. TPS and coffee strong. That's the rhythm, that's our song. Through the grind we find our peace. Every drop off brings relief. Daily grind, BG gon' get it done. Working hard from sun to sun. Cargo van, we roll, we shine. Building dreams one load at a time. On freedom rides in every lane. We worked hard to break these chains. Now the roads are open doors. Living life, we ask no more. Daily grind, BG gon' get it done. Working hard from sun to sun. Cargo van, we roll, we shine. Living free one road at a time. So here's to the dreamers, the movers, the brave. To every mile we give. Every goal.
At the stop sign, turn right onto Ismaili Center Circle, then turn right.
We take our stand. Living free with keys. Don't ride.
Take the next right, then your destination will be on the right.
Every mile, every sign, that's the hustle, that's the grind.
Your destination is on the right.
Daily grind, BG gon' get it done. Working hard from sun.
Alright, fam, we here, and it just dawned on me. I never showed y'all what I actually got, and since it ain't nothing that forklift coming to get, let me go ahead and show you what it is. Come on, let's go.
Welcome to Texas.
Oh man, nice pretty day out here. I like it, I like it. Yeah, ain't nothing but two coolers. Let's take a look at them. That's it, fam. So yeah, let me get these things in here, and I'll tap back in with you. Give me just a second. Just like that, fam. We finito, baby. I know y'all probably like, what is that, Pink? I'm busy right now. I'm already on the other load. I had to drop and keep moving. Yes, it's finito and it went fast, and I'm glad it went fast because I had to get over here to the other spot. But either way it go, went inside. They say, hey, just go ahead around back. Gave me the code, and I'm like, cool, I appreciate you. Guy was back there waiting on me. He said, oh, it's just 2 coolers. He grabbed one, I grabbed one, put them on the ground. He signed the paper, just like that. Finished, fam. Gentry, Arkansas. Slid on down to Carrollton, Texas. 311 miles. And yeah, they paid you about $1.28 a mile. 400. And I know, y'all was like, BG, how you get to Gentry, Arkansas? That's part of the tips and tricks we're going to talk about. Let's break it down. Now, you know, we dropped off west of Oklahoma City yesterday. We was in the middle of nowhere. So I had to get back, like we talk about, to that next major city. Now, in most cases, Dallas has more loads than Oklahoma City. But Oklahoma City was that next major city. But I don't go all the way down to Dallas. I stopped in Oklahoma City because do loads come out of Oklahoma City? Yeah, most sometimes. What about Tulsa? It's right there too. So stop right there in Oklahoma City, because the goal with the tips and trick, you got to be ready to shoot anywhere. Because remember I told you a while back, when you're looking at the loads, go look at the names of the cities where I'm picking up from. They're not always major cities. Yes, loads come up in major cities. But there are also, for one, a lot of other people sitting in those major cities, for one. And two, if to get out of the major cities to get the loads in the cities that are in the middle of nowhere, you got to drive and deadhead to it. So in order to do it the right way, to keep moving, because yeah, you can sit still in the major city and hope and pray and do all that stuff, but your boy be ready to go get it. That's why they call me Mr. Go Get It. But yeah, stop in Oklahoma City. Why? Because from Oklahoma City down to Dallas is 200 miles. But loads I could have got a load in Oklahoma City. Luckily for me, nothing popped up, because there wasn't a load for me there. Now when I'm at the house, loads be popping up. I don't get it. But from Oklahoma City, it's like 100 so miles to Tulsa. It's like 150 miles to Wichita, Kansas. I already told you 200 to Dallas. But it's different places. I could have got to Arkansas, which we did. And so I was sitting there waiting for Oklahoma City, but I was in an area, because you know we picked up in Grapevine, Texas before. I could have shot down, but that's above Dallas. I could have shot down there. Like, it's different places. I picked up in Gainesville, Texas. You see what I'm saying? Like, different places I've already picked up that's outside of the major cities. So one of my tips is, it's a trick for me, a tip for you. Tips and tricks. Happy Halloween, by the way. But yeah, so what happens is, it ain't Halloween on this video. I forgot. Y'all might see this video later on. It ain't Halloween day, but it's Halloween month. So yeah, go to Oklahoma City, sit and look for loads, because it was early in the morning. Beginning of the week, Mondays are kind of slow when the loads are getting out. I think it's because everybody just getting back to work and got to get their coffee. But either way, sit there. And so, remember I told you about the deadhead distance. So normally if it's that 400-mile deadhead, again, if you deadhead, you need to make double of what you deadhead. So if you go 400 miles deadhead, you better be making 800 plus. That's just what I do. Because 400 miles still within a tank of gas. Deadhead a tank of gas. 200 miles obviously is still within a tank of gas. But you need to make 400 plus. Don't just deadhead 200 miles to make $200. Anyway, like I was saying, so if you do it the way I'm doing it. I ain't saying because it ain't the right or wrong way. This is just what I do. You do it, it just works for me. I sit in Oklahoma City, I look, and as the day goes on, if the distance I'm willing to deadhead goes down as the day goes on. And so from 400 to 350 to 300, because of the time it takes to get there. Remember, 3 hours every 200 miles. So towards the end of the day, by lunchtime, if it's after 1 o'clock, getting that 200 miles, it's going to be 3 hours. So you're going to lessen the amount of ability that you'll be able to get there, because normally they'd be like, at the end of the day, we need it picked up now. So I sit in Oklahoma City around by 1 or 2 o'clock, because if nothing happens, I know the deadhead to Dallas, because I saw loads coming out of Dallas. But it was those right now lows, and I was already in my position. I knew the people that were in Dallas were going to beat me to those lows. So I sit still in Oklahoma City, and this goes for anything. You can do this all over the place. I sit still, because at the end of the day, like I said, nothing comes up, you go to Oklahoma City. But what happens is, those lows that are on the outskirts that are nobody's thinking about, those or can't get to, because it's only people like me out there, the people that live in Oklahoma City, people that might live in Tulsa, but the number of people that are in those locations won't be as many as like a Dallas or a Houston or the bigger cities. So when Gentry, Arkansas pops up and I go get to talking and they know they want it picked up, I can deadhead and get to it. It was pick up for the next day, but most people aren't going to leave out of Dallas and go to Gentry, because why? It's 300 some miles. We just came from Carrollton, Carrollton, Texas, which is right out, Carlton, Texas, I'm sorry, which is right outside of Dallas. And so that's 300 some miles. They wasn't going to deadhead to go get it, but then I can get to negotiating a little different because they are in the places that nobody's going to go get it. Now remember, when you're in the major city, that's what, if you're one that gets a lot of freight, that's what makes it harder to get that dollar a mile that I see some of y'all saying like, hey, how you keep getting a dollar a mile? That's coming to the negotiation part. We talked about that in other videos. The negotiation, that's why it's closer to the dollar. But when you get the ones on the outside, that's when you can get above that dollar a little bit more. I'll give you an example. Notice when I'm leaving from Houston to Dallas, it's closer to the dollar range. It's like the $1.05, $1.10, $1.15. You get further away, that's when it gets in the $1.20s, $1.30s, $1.40s. The further away, those outside small areas that are outside the major cities. That's one of the tips. I'll give you an example. We're doing this in real time. I'm pulling up the maps so I can give you an example of one, because I want to make sure I give you a good one, because I be all over the place. And I don't want y'all to do what I do when I was learning these learning clubs. Okay, here go one. Louisville. Say you're in Louisville. Or coming through after you drop off a load in the middle of nowhere. Say you're in Louisville. Coming up and you hit Louisville. Sit in Louisville. Will a volume of loads come out of Louisville as other places? Maybe not. But if a load comes up, you can shoot up to Indianapolis, Indiana. If it comes to the west, you can go shoot over to St. Louis. You can shoot up to Cincinnati. You can shoot down to Nashville. You see what I'm saying? Like, don't think you got to pick the place that has the multiple loads. So most people will say, like, go to St. Louis. They got all the loads. No. If I'm coming somewhere and I'm by Louisville, I'm going to sit at Louisville. I'm telling you this so that where you can start looking for those areas. Let's see if I can give you another example. I want to give y'all another example. So say somebody is coming up and then the bottom of Tennessee, Chattanooga. You got a load that dropped off close to Chattanooga. Stay in Chattanooga, because then from Chattanooga you might can shoot over to Nashville, you can shoot over to Knoxville, you can shoot out to Atlanta. If your mind says go sit in Atlanta, you're going to be there with everybody. This ain't the exact number, because obviously I didn't pull up the numbers to see how far Chattanooga is from Atlanta to Tennessee and all. I'm just giving you an example. So if it's around 200 miles, 150 miles when you're trying to deadhead to go get something, again, this it. Y'all ain't got to do this. This is what I do. So I find that if it drops, depending on where it drops off. So obviously if it drops off close to Atlanta, or close to St. Louis, or close to Dallas, those major players, I'm not going to drive away from it and go find the smaller one. I'm just going to go to that area or sit on the outskirts like I did today. I sat on the outskirts of Carrollton. I wasn't even there 5 minutes and the load popped up. I was finna make this video to close it out. And as I checked before I make the video, because I don't want to miss a load trying to make the video, I checked, it popped up. They say we need it picked up by this time. I'm on the way. That's why we got this load. Y'all think I be playing. Let me go ahead, because I know you trust me, but I gotta show you anyway. Let me zoom out for y'all. Already loaded. Slow, fam, but you're gonna have to worry about that load. You probably already know what it is from the reel and all that, but we'll talk about that load in the next video. But this load, that was one of the tips and tricks that I use when I'm finding loads. I'm telling you so you can tell your courier companies if you work for one, because I know y'all know you're driving and you got to tell them where you're going, or where you're sitting at, and you want to tell them, hey, don't just look right here. Like, for example, don't tell them just look in Oklahoma City. Spread it out throughout the day and look the next day if I can drive and pick something up. Some courier companies and dispatchers know this, but I didn't want to tell y'all that in the last video and not give you some tips and tricks to use to tell them when you're waiting, because you know they got a lot of people. So if I was with a courier or dispatch service, hey, I'm in Oklahoma City, stretch it out to 250 or 300, whatever number you decide, and look in those areas. As the day goes on, flip it around lunchtime to the next day, add the next day. So if something pops up for the next day, they can go and book that load for you, and you can go and drive to that location, deadhead to that location, and pick up. Again, this is just what I do. This ain't the Bible. I know people gonna be like, BG, that's stupid. I ain't doing all that. I'm not, because you know the nation. I'm not talking about y'all, fam. I'm talking about the new people that might join. Now, new fam, I know y'all gonna watch it, or you watch the video and y'all already rocking with us, just go ahead and join the fam. Come on over here. But this your first video and you don't see how it going, this is how I stay moving. This is one of the tips and tricks I use. Matter of fact, everybody that still got carrier and brokers, it still applies to if you're going somewhere. And I give you that tipping trick. So when y'all see your boy and I be like, I already got the load for tomorrow. I just got to get it up out of here so we can go get the next one. So for example, if I know I'm going somewhere, wherever I'm going, the same rules as the first tipping trick I just told you, same rules apply. Like say I'm going somewhere like we did when we went to New Albany. Let's use that one for an example because I found that load. We went to New Albany, Ohio. I already knew I was going to drop it off first thing in the morning. I knew that already, because it was going to be a Monday morning drop off, but this applies to any day. And so I know that, and I know that in order to get something the next day, I normally do like a 200-mile deadhead, because you drop off and you want to go ahead and get there first thing in the morning, because you're going to tell when you're booking the load with the broker, they're going to, for one, they want you to pick it up in the morning. And if you can't get there first thing in the morning, they're going to, the window they give you would be like, from 7 to 3 or something like that. Now, this doesn't work if it's going to be a same day. They want it delivered direct. This method doesn't work. This only method works when you got the window of 7 to 3 to pick up. And remember we talked about if it's going 400 or 500 miles, they know it's not going to get there to the next day. So they normally get it at 7 to 3 window. If it's going like 150, 200 miles, they want it done the same day. And so this won't work. But if it's going far enough and you're dropping off first thing in the morning, your dispatcher, your courier company, even your own operators, what I do is I know I'm already going. I told you already I got it up there and it tells me when to refresh and all that. And I just take call or email, whichever button's available. And say you're talking to the broker and they're like, yes, it pick up tomorrow. What time can you pick up? Remember, 3 hours for 200 miles. That's why I said set it for 200 in your mind on the load board when you're looking for the next day and you already got a load en route. I know I'm gonna drop off at 6 or 7 or whatever in the morning. Then the broker says, what time can you be there? If I know I'm dropping off at 7 in the morning, I always add an extra 30 minutes just because it might take time for them to get to us, get it offloaded and all that stuff. But I'm gonna add 3 because remember, 200 miles, 3 hours. So even if it's 160 miles, I'm gonna still do the 3 hours. So if I drop off at 7, add 30 plus the 3, I'm gonna automatically tell the broker I can pick it up at 10:30 in the morning. And I'm gonna deliver it straight through wherever it's going. If it can't be the same day, I'm have it there that night and will be ready for drop off in the morning. That's what I tell the broker, so they know, okay, you can do 10:30. Transparency and honesty. Don't even try to lie and beat around it so you can get the load. And then they're gonna call you a million times because you ain't there at 7 because you 3 hours away trying to drop off another load. Don't do that because that builds a bad reputation for one with that broker. So go ahead, tell them up front. I know I'm dropping off a load next day. I already got it. Next morning, 7 o'clock, I can be there at 10:30. And if something happens where it takes a little longer or traffic in the morning, 11. You'll know the area. You'll start figuring out as you go. That's just 2 of the tips and tricks I use. So to cover them again, tip 1, you don't always have to go to the major city. You can go to the next biggest city after you deliver and know your avenues and areas where you can go to and pick up. So you're not sitting there, for one, with all the competition, and 2, you can get to the next city faster. And also, if it's the next day pickup, you're already closer to the deadhead. Number 2, tips and tricks number 2 is when you're on the route to a load and you're looking for the next day, let the broker know that you can pick up, remember, within a 200-mile radius, that you can drop off and still get to it in 3 hours or less after 30 minutes for the drop off for the first load, and then you'll be good to go for that. Those 2 of the tips and tricks I use to keep this thing moving. And I know we talked about it. Some people, I ain't bed at night. Don't you? Nobody told you to. This is what I do. That's why I make it go over the $1 a mile, because believe it or not, when it all said and done, we'll talk about this at the end of the year. When it all said and done, it averages out correctly. Don't think about the one load, think about the long goal. But either way it go, I'm sitting here talking to y'all. This load's finito. 400 in the bag, $1.28. And I'm already got the next load, but I'm talking to y'all and I need to go ahead. Let's be honest, make the intro for that load so I can get the rolling, because that load got some work behind it. Whoo, whoo. It got some work behind it, but you'll find out about that in the next video. I hope them tips and tricks help, fam. I'm gonna keep dropping them as I think about them, like we do in all videos. This is just one that thought about tips and tricks. So yeah, I already got this bag. Y'all go get y'all a bag. It's time to get up this road, because it's finna be a good long day and night. Don't worry, your boy got this. Y'all get up that road, be safe, get your bag. We got the bag. I'm gonna be safe, and y'all already know what I want you to do. Until the next video, y'all stay blessed.